Well, it's global cuisine with Colorado charm, and you may not have heard of it yet. During the holidays, an evergreen staple opened its doors quietly in a historic tea house. Evoke 1923 is quickly becoming the spot to check out for an incredible culinary experience. So today we want to welcome owner and chef Rand G. Packer from Evoke 1923. Rand, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much, Danny. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I was checking out your website and my mouth was watering just looking at the page. So I'm so excited to dive in with you. So I want to start with the story of Evoke 1923. I was, again, looking at your page, looking at a little bit of the story. Tell me about the incredible historic building that you took over. What's the story behind it? Why did you decide to go there?
The building is 102 years old.
Wow.
Could be longer or older.
Yeah.
And it just has a really fun, unique kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
It overlooks Mount Blue Sky, which was previously Mount Evans, and the stunning views out into the pasture out there. And it's just it's an amazing building.
Yeah.
It's a quiet elegance that kind of portrays the scene in there when you're in there, and a large fireplace that we light up every night. And then the food smells, and it's just a gorgeous restaurant.
Yeah, absolutely. And you put that in the middle of Evergreen too, and you kind of get this, I'm sure, like rustic, mountainy, just beautiful with the scenery. Oh, yeah. See,
I mean, when you're driving through the town of Evergreen and you're just looking at the trees and the elk and the deer running around, you end up coming into what we look at outside. You know, we all take a break right around 7:30 whenever the sun is setting, and we see Mount Blue Sky and the sun setting right behind it, and it's gorgeous.
Sounds like a terrible job and a terrible place to work.
It is.
Oh my gosh, that is incredible. Well, tell us more about yourself, Rand, and what you brought with you today.
So I've been doing the chef gig for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's something that I grew up as a young kid and just really loved to cook. And when I'd watch my parents cook, I'd always tell them, like, throw in a little of this and basil and salt. And they're like, who's this little kid doing this?
Who's this guy?
And so I was always like, yeah, come on, let's do it. And they're like, okay, this tastes good. This guy knows what he's doing. So, and so I went to the California Culinary Academy in San Francisco and lived up in San Francisco for a couple of years, and then moved out to Hawaii.
Wow.
So I've lived kind of a horrible life living in the islands.
Terrible.
And then moved around, and then we decided that we had to come out to Colorado.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let's dive in because what you've brought looks incredible. Tell me what we have here, what we're putting together.
So right here we have our Virginia oysters. We're gonna do it with a pomegranate sweet ginger mignonette.
All right.
Served with a blossomed Thai basil seed, a little bit of tobiko, and then we have some hijiki and wakame seaweed as a presentational piece. And it just adds, you know, a lot of people, they like to do a lot of different like simple versions of oysters where you take lemon and Tabasco, and I just kind of feel like we need to up it up and have a more multi-dimensional flavor and create a flavor and a look that's going to be more inviting.
Wow. And while we were looking through the photos and all of the amazing things that you do, we noticed that that is something that you really take to heart, is just making all of your dishes look, I'm sure, as beautiful as they taste.
Yes.
Why is that important to you?
First off, the taste is about the third that you're going to get.
Sure.
Where, you know, you look at the dish and you're like, wow, that's stunning.
Right.
And then you smell it, and we go in and taste it.
Right.
And it has to appear at first, like when it comes to the table, I love when the guests take the plate and turn it around and they're like, I don't know where to start first, so I'm gonna hold off and just look at this for a minute.
Totally.
And then they go and take a bite, and it's really great to see the guests taking a bite and just savoring the flavor and enjoying what they have in front of them. And, you know, ultimately you go out to dinner because you wanna enjoy the meal and you're hungry, but you also wanna enjoy your company and your surroundings.
Very true.
And there's not a better way than going to Evoke 1923 up in Evergreen, where you can have the flavors, you can have the stunning views, and everything just works in unison. And then every once in a while, we have the deer and the elk that come up to our doorsteps, and every once in a while, we'll even see moose. So it's it's really fun.
Picturesque on top of just an incredible meal.
Yes.
Now, again, gorgeous presentation. We've talked a lot about what makes you guys unique, but I want to talk a little bit more about what makes your food so unique as well. Obviously, the presentation, but what would you say kind of sets you guys apart when it comes to your culinary creations?
I've always believed that when you're doing multi-dimensional flavored food, is what my secret really is.
Yeah.
I like to have, like, if we're doing a basic sauce, like a mushroom cream sauce, you're going to taste the mushroom with the cream and maybe some wine. But I like to put in flavors that are going to be background flavors that are going to give you that dimension, say like star anise, or we're going to put in some miso paste in there that you won't ever figure out, but it gives you that broad spectrum flavor.
Totally, and I think that that's so impressive when you're eating a meal to really have it kind of full body come around and just make it that much more elevated. Rand, yes. I cannot thank you enough for taking the time. I cannot wait to come and try the restaurant. And honestly, again, beautiful scenery on top of it. You can't
Thank you,
go wrong.
Danny.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You got it.
All right, I'm going to be eating these in just a minute. But in the meantime, guys, check out the incredible Evoke 1923 with the rich history, incredible food, amazing views. It's the best spot for a great date night or outing. So go ahead, visit evoke1923.com to check out their menu. I promise it will make your mouth water. Or, of course, make a reservation too.